you'll take your seats, we'll start this committee of the whole. We're here at City Homestead Tuesday, June 14th, 2011 at 5:35 in the evening. And we're at City Hall, 790 Homestead Boulevard. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Burgess.
Here.
Councilwoman Nobles. Here. Councilman Maldonado. Councilman Shelley.
Here.
Vice Mayor Waldman. Mayor Bateman.
Here. Additions, deletions, deferrals. Mr. Manager?
None.
Oh, thank you. Okay. May 10th, 2011, motion to approve the minutes.
I'll move the May 10th minutes.
Thank
Second.
you. Second. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Finance enterprise.
We need to vote on that, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Roll call. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Sorry. Item B, motion to move on car 161 on the council agenda, intercoastal agreement between Miami-Dade County Water and Sewer.
I'll move to put it on the council agenda.
Interlocal agreement, excuse me. Okay. Discussion.
Mayor, it's staff's recommendation that the mayor and council approve the attached resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with the Miami-Dade County Water and Sewer Department for sewage disposal service at a wholesale rate of $1.78 during dry season and $2.29 during wet season per 1,000 gallons. Director of Public Works is here if you have any questions about the specifics of the agreement. Julio, you have anything you'd like to add?
Well, basically, what this agreement does is, in the future, our designation from being a retail customer with the county has changed to now being a bulk rate user. That results in a savings of over $1 million per year projected for next year. Using if we use the same flow that we had this past year and projected it at the new cost, it would save us approximately $1 million per year.
Outstanding. Questions from council? Hearing no questions from council, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion passes. Item C, motion to place car 166 on council agenda. It's a settlement, a liability, a workman's comp case claim motion. Okay, thank you. Mr. Manager?
Mayor, since 1996, the city managers had authorization to settle claims above $5,500 per administrative order 96-0231. That administrative order did not set an express limit above that amount. The purpose of this amendment is to formally adopt a settlement authority allocation procedure in the code and also to set the limit for which the manager has the authority to settle at $10,000. Staff recommends the mayor and council approve the ordinance attached, which amends the City Code of Ordinances, Chapter 2, Administration, by adding the attached changes.
Thank you, sir. Discussions from council? Hearing no discussions, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, Finance Enterprise Committee, motion to place car number 150 on the council agenda, fiscal year 2011 budget amendment. Motion to move it on.
Motion.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Staff. Mayor, this item is linked to the item on the sewer issue that you just dealt with. The purpose of this amendment includes to roll the amounts encumbered for ongoing capital projects at fiscal year end 2010 into the current fiscal year's budget and to appropriate additional funds needed during the 2011 fiscal year for the Miami-Dade County Water and Sewer Department fees. Staff recommends that the mayor and council approve and amend the fiscal year 2011 budget for various funds as per the attached schedule.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Tab 5B, motion to place car 171 on the council agenda, change order number 2 for bid 201004 Northeast 9th Street improvements. Motion? Moving on.
I'll move.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Thank you. Staff?
Mayor, this is a change order in the amount of $31,557.25. Bid 201004 Northeast 9th Street improvements, access road to Hampton Inn Hotel, was awarded to Homestead Concrete and Drainage during 2010 in the amount of $385,087.56. Change order number 2 is necessary to meet several city and county code ordinances and other required items that were either not included or incorrect in the original plans.
Okay, discussion.
If I could, Mayor.
Please.
Who did the original plan? Because it seems the other change order also included some stuff I think that was overlooked also. And here we are again with another almost 10% of the original bid, which to me, on a second go around, I mean, we're at $96,000 over from what we had the original bid at, and that's quite high.
The design for this particular project was done by HSQ. It was done not for the city, but for the contractors that were, not the contractor, developers that were applying for this grant. We made sure as city staff, when these numbers came up, that we did confer with DCA, which are the grant, basically the grant management for this project, and they concurred that the changes are valid. And in essence, this is coming out of the CBDG grant, so there's no city funds involved in this change.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm just saying I think that somewhere down the line we're missing my point is we shouldn't be coming back. These things need to be included when the original documents are done, and they shouldn't come back to us. We need to make sure somehow, I mean, because this isn't the first time that we've seen things like this. In my 3.5 years, I can't probably count on 2 hands how many times things have come back because of overlook, or we forgot about something. And to me, that's not professional, nor is it efficient. So I would, in the future, like to make sure that we're doing a thorough job of looking at these things before they come to us, so we don't have this. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Any further questions from council? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, tab 6, motion to place car number 172 on the council agenda 2011, 2012 to 212 Community Development Block Grant Awards, nonprofit organizations.
I'll move
Motion.
it.
Thank you. Second. Thank you. Staff.
Mayor, the city solicited applications for projects to be considered for funding under the 2011-12 CDBG program. The program was advertised in the South Dade News Leader, and notices were mailed directly to over 30 area not-for-profit organizations. Additionally, a public meeting was held on May 11th to discuss the funding opportunity. The city received proposals from 3 nonprofits, and the evaluation committee's recommendation is in your backup material. The grant will be funded from the 2011-12 CDBG entitlement funds. There are no funds currently available, and grants will only be awarded upon receipt of the funding allocation. Staff's recommendation that the mayor and council approve the evaluation committee's selection for the 2011-12 Community Development Block Grant nonprofit funding allocation.
Thank you, sir. Discussion from council? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Park and Recreation Committee, motion to place car 153 on council agenda, installation of playground shade structure. Playground shade structure. Motion to move it on?
I'll move it.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Okay, staff?
Mayor, the existing playground at Mount Mayor Roscoe Warren Park has no shade structure to protect the patrons and playground equipment from the outside elements. Parks and Recreation Department has received several requests and suggestions from the residents for some type of shade for the children. Therefore, it is in the best interest of the residents to install said structure. Staff's recommendation is for the mayor and council to approve the attached resolution authorizing the purchase and installation of playground shade structure. Superior Park System Inc. quotes the shade structure at the same price, and the terms and conditions as per the Palm Beach County School Board contract. Total purchase price with installation is $73,433.75.
Okay, staff? Hearing none from staff, my question through the manager to Park and Recs, Dennis. This is going over the tot lot?
It's going to go, good evening, Mayor and Council. It's going to go over the playground itself. It's at the Mayor Roscoe Warren Park now. It will shade the whole playground.
Excellent.
It protects the equipment, gives it a longevity, plus we have a lot, like it says in the background, a lot of customers have asked for it, and I think that would be a great idea for us, and I'm looking at other parks too.
I think that's a terrific idea. That park is heavily used. Not a night I don't go by, there's not 10, 20 people packed in there. Thank you for that idea. Thank you. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, also. Thank you. Motion to place car number 154 on the council agenda, South Florida Park Coalition membership. Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Staff?
Mayor, the City Parks and Recreation Department wishes to have the city become a member of the South Florida Park Coalition to support and to work hand in hand with the county to create a flowing park system. The coalition will meet, collaborate, and share knowledge and professional expertise regarding park, recreation, and conservation open spaces. This coalition is dedicated to building a model park system that will promote a greener, healthier, and more livable South Florida community. The park system consists of parks and public spaces, recreational facilities, greenways, blueways, great streets, and conservation lands. Staff's recommending that the mayor and council approve the attached resolution and authorize the city of Homestead to join the South Florida Park Coalition to show support for the South Florida Park Coalition Charter, which was created to foster a seamless, connected, and sustainable park system for the South Florida community.
Okay. Discussion?
Mayor, I have Maria Nardi from Miami-Dade Parks and Recreation that can probably explain a little bit more for you about the coalition that we want to get involved in.
Hi, Maria.
Good evening, Mayor and council members, and thank you for bringing this agenda up for your consideration. The Parks Coalition is recently formed, and it's really a way for us to bring 35 municipalities, the state and federal park systems together to share resources and best practices so we as a park coalition of directors and superintendents can support building quality of life for the community through a parks window. So far we have, of the 35 municipalities, we have about 25 that have joined us. We have a few remaining ones, and I hope that you will be able to join this coalition.
I think that you'll see once this coalition meets once or twice that Homestead does a yeoman's job of bringing the people in unincorporated Dade into our city at the same cost of what the city pays, city residents pay. We figure about 60–65% of the users of our parks are unincorporated Dade.
And we realize that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. Any questions from council? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Okay, public safety, motion to place car 136 on council agenda, unsafe structure ordinance, first reading.
I'll move it.
Thank you, second. Thank you, sir. Mr. Manager?
Mayor, the Board of County Commissioners of Miami-Dade County, Florida adopted Miami-Dade County Ordinance Number 11-03. This ordinance permits municipalities to adopt their own ordinances establishing an administrative process to address unsafe structures within the municipal boundaries. Staff recommends that the mayor and council approve an ordinance of the city of Homestead amending the city's code, Chapter 6, Building and Building Regulations by modifying Article 13, unsafe structures to include enforcement procedures, providing for severability, providing for inclusion in the code, and providing for an effective date.
Council, discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion to place car 174 on council agenda, final permission to return firing range property to federal government.
I'll move it.
Thank you, second.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Manager?
Mayor, staff is requesting that council finalize the authorization for the city manager to return the firing range property to the federal government as per the original agreement. Some background information here about the history of this, and basically it seems like it's just too much to handle, so we'd like to just turn it over. turn it back.
Okay, discussion, council? Just for the record, my discussion would be, it's really in a very uninhabitable, tough location. I've actually flew over it and been out there, so I couldn't figure out why we were giving land back. But it's really in a very tough place to get to, kind of in the middle of a very swampy area, for the record, so we have that. Okay? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, carries. Motion to place car 169 on council agenda, amendment to the existing purchase order. What purchase order? Number 169. Motion to move it on?
Motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Manager?
Mayor, this URS was issued a purchase order, which is 111142, for $86,000 to provide certain design services related to the new dispatch control center. During the design phases, the area being renovated was found to contain asbestos. This asbestos needs to be removed prior to the beginning of any construction activities. Staff recommends that the mayor and council approve an amendment of $10,500 to the current purchase order 111142 for URS for the design services related to the new electrical control center to include the engineering scope for asbestos abatement and monitoring during the removal process.
Thank you, sir. Staff? Questions? No questions? All in favor? Aye. The motion carries. Motion to adjourn?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
just two very quick items. First, I'd like to request an executive session on the case City of Homestead versus Michael Lattner, trustee. That's the 1993 agreement case that we'd like to discuss with you. And that'll be scheduled by the clerk's office. The second thing is that we have on the June 22nd agenda the potential resolution of several lawsuits and other items. We've been advised by the clerk that we will have a quorum, but several of you will be out of town. And the manager and I discussed it, and we wanted to know whether you wanted to go ahead and have those items on that agenda, or whether you wish them to put them to a special meeting, or how you wanted to handle it.
Mayor, I'd like to advocate for a special meeting in that some of these issues are really weighty issues, and it would seem to me that the more input we have from the council would be best. So it doesn't look like the regularly scheduled meetings we're going to have that. I'd say we're going to have barely a quorum in each of the cases. So my hope would be that we can find a date where, you know, as many council people as possible are available so that we can deal with them.
Yeah, you've got my vote. I think we should wait till we have the majority here present. And whatever you set that schedule for, that Richard asked for the special call, don't set it next week, because I won't be here till Thursdays. Please do not set that, because I want to be here on the 93 agreement. I want to hear what Mr. Shelley has to tell us. It's been a long time coming.
So I guess then we will have someone call your offices and find a time where everyone can be there for, and we'll schedule, and that would be the closed door session is when did you want to do the?
Whenever the council's, it's obviously the closed door session on 93 agreement is very important.
But
So
then
it's
we'd
when the
also need
council-
the public, we need a public meeting as well to vote, right?
Correct.
So we probably need
Correct.
2 meetings.
Well, we need, yes, the closed door session,
Right.
assuming you know, that goes, depending on how that goes, we would then need another meeting if we're going to approve any kind of an agreement.
So in essence, what we'd be asking for is 2 special meetings. One would be a closed door, and one would be an action meeting to approve, assuming there's support for either of these 2. So we're going to call you each with some dates and try to get as many of you as possible for availability.
Okay. After the 23rd for me.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything further from the council? I'm sorry. Question. Council members? Okay. Thank you all very much. Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second. Thank you.